Hi, students. I'm here today to talk to you about how to take a picture for your still life if you don't have a phone, but if all you have is the camera on your computer. If you have a phone, you can take a picture of the objects for your still life, email them to yourself, and then download them onto your computer. If you do not have access to a phone or some other kind of camera, you can use the camera on your computer. You just need to do it in the ways that I'm about to show you. So first of all, connected to this video is, in the same section in this video, is an article on how to take a screenshot with your Chromebook. Now, this is a pretty new video, and so this may not be for the laptop you have, but so you might have to look up your specific Chromebook or other laptop to see how this could work. But this is one that I found that was pretty uh, explanatory, and it seemed the one that was the best for what I know your Chromebooks look like. But you might have a different Chromebook than I've ever seen. You might also have your own Chromebook or your own laptop, and this might not work on it. So you may need to look up how to take a screenshot on whatever type of Chromebook you have. But for the purposes of this video and for most of your laptops, this article and how it tells you to take a screenshot will work. And you will need to know how to take a screenshot for this to work. So this is how we're going to do this. You are going to make a new blank Google document. So you're going to go to docs.google.com and then click blank. So you're going to go to docs.google.com and then click blank. You are going to give this document a title. As I've talked to you a ton of times about, having titles is really necessary as an artist because you will have so many random documents that you won't know what they are because they're all called like document one or untitled document one. And you're like, I don't know what this is. So it's important that you put what it is. So in this case, this is photos for still life. Now, I'm only going to show you how to make one photo. You will need to make multiple photos for your still life. You need to have 4 to 5 objects in your still life. So I'm going to show you how to take one photo. You're going to do this 4 to 5 times for every single thing that you're putting into your still life. So this is how you do it. First, you're going to click Insert, and then you're going to go to Image, and then Camera. Now you're going to take your computer camera, and this is going to look a little strange, but I'm going to move this forward a little bit, and I'm going to move this down, and I'm going to take a picture of this Nalgene water bottle thing because I'm a hiker, and you use these water bottles to take hikes. And notice how I'm kind of moving my camera so that it's kind of there and it's kind of in the center. So right now I actually have my computer on a chair, and then I've set my object on a table, and behind that object I've put a notebook, and behind that notebook, so here's my object, here's my notebook, and behind that I put some of this dust off. I use this because I'm a photographer as well, and I need that for my camera. So I have some of this dust off. You could put a cup back here. You could put a plant pot back here. Whatever it is that you're going to use to hold up your notebook. And then you're going to put your object in front of it. Now, it would be better if I had a bigger notebook to put behind it because this is kind of a bigger object, but this works. The idea behind having the kind of plain background behind your object is that it makes it easier to cut out. So I'm just kind of making sure that my object's in here and that it's completely in there. And then all I'm going to do now is try to not have my hand in the picture, and I'm going to take that picture. Okay, so that was a lot, so let me tell you that again. So what you're going to do first is you're going to set up your object in front of a blank piece of paper or a notebook that's completely blank. Remember, I set my object in front of a blank object, and but behind in front of a blank like notebook, and then behind that I put like a pot, or you can put a glass of water, or you can put whatever you want in order to hold your notebook up. And then I had my camera, or my computer, I should say, on a chair, and I pointed it at the object. So I'm in Google Docs. I made a blank document. I went to Insert, Image, Camera, and I took that picture. Now I'm going to click on this picture, and over here, there's something that says Crop Image. I'm going to crop this image so that there's only really just my object in it. So once it's cropped, you'll hit Enter. So again, I hit this thing over here. It says Crop Image, and I cropped it so it's just my object. Now I'm going to make this object as big as I can without it going off the screen. And that's going to make sense here in just a little bit. So I'm going to make this object as big as I can without it. See how now it's off the screen? I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to hit Undo. I only want it on the screen. Because in a little bit here, and yes, I know this looks blurry. That's okay. We have to sit with the discomfort of the fact that this isn't going to be perfect because we're working in an imperfect world. If we had more control because you were in the classroom and I could help you, it might turn out a little bit more perfect. But we're sitting in an imperfect world now, and we have to deal with that imperfection. So this is now where the screenshot comes into play. I'm going to go open Pixlr, pixlr.com, and I'm going to use the E version. I am going to create a new document that I'm going to call Practice Still Life number 1. Hit create. So you're going to find when you read this video, when you read this article, that you're going to hit a button that takes a screenshot. When it does that, it saves it to what's called your clipboard, and your clipboard is where it saves things, your computer saves things that you can then paste. So I just hit print screen. You guys couldn't see it because it's on my computer, but I hit the thing that helps me take a screenshot. Now I'm going to go to edit, paste. Now this is a lot more than I wanted on my picture, but that's okay, because guess what? We have the lasso tool. So now I can come in and I can just do a quick lasso tool of my object here. I can go select, invert selection, and then hit delete. And now I can actually zoom in. Come on, zoom in. And I can actually now start to take out more of the stuff around my object. So I'm not going to go any further than this on how to clean up your object, because there's a whole other video called How to Photo Collage for Still Life that will help you learn how to clean up for your object. But this is how you can take a picture of your objects for your still life, even if you do not have a cell phone or other type of camera. So what I did is I set my object up in front of a clear background by putting my notebook in front of a pot, and then I put my object in front of that notebook. I then made a new document and I titled it Photos for Still Life. I went to docs.google.com, hit blank, titled it Photos for Still Life. I hit Insert, Image, Camera, and I took a picture by having my laptop on a chair and then putting my object so that it looks good on my camera. I didn't hold my object up. Then your hand's going to be in it. Don't do that. Set up a table with your objects on it and put your laptop on like a chair or something so that you can take these pictures. I then took the picture and then I screenshotted my screen. I then paste that screenshot into Pixlr, and now I'm working on taking out more and more of that background. So that we have a nice clean object. So I'm not going to make this perfect right this minute because I have a whole other video that teaches you how to do that called How to Photo Collage for Still Life. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps.